On Sunday the 10th of July 2022, we went to the Midland Railway Butterley with our friends in the Borough Transport Group. Located in a remote part of the Derbyshire countryside, we attended their transport festival with 206. This was a new event for us, and the buses played a very small part, with them being placed on static display only. Inside one of the numerous buildings on site, we see a mere handful of buses in preservation, alongside a couple of vintage steamrollers and an old truck. Similarly to the event in Llangollen from the previous video, a large group of classic cars had also attended. During the day, this beautiful Class 108 diesel multiple unit shuttled up and down the line between Swanwick Junction and Hammersmith. The line is about 3.5 miles long and operates over part of the former Ambergate to Pye Bridge line, which opened in 1875. until it closed to passengers in 1947 and then to freight in 1968. Upon return to Swanwick, trains head beyond to the other end of the line at Riddings. For much of its length, the line is deep in heavily foliated areas, and with very little open sections, this line is certainly not the one for sticking your head, or in our case, the camera, out of the window. Once at Riddings, where there is no station presently, the train returns to Swanwick. With just about 4 hours to have a good look around the museum, this was the only journey we made. A ticket will, however, let you ride up and down all day without restriction. As you may know, the museum is currently home to a small number of Class 43 HST power cars which are owned by the 125 Group. Next, we visited a shed at the eastern end of the complex where a small number of diesels are cared for. The group consisted of a couple of Class 08 shunters, a Class 45, a Class 52 and a Class 47. In the neighbouring shed, where access was restricted, we also saw this Class 31 at the open door. This is the interior of Limby Station signal box, which was open for public viewing. Surprisingly, there is also a church here. St Saviour's was originally used by railway workers, and the building was transported here from West Houses in Derbyshire. Services are apparently occasionally served here. After lunch, we took the opportunity to travel on the Golden Valley Light Railway. The loco in operation was 7529. Built by Orenstein and Koppel in Germany, the engine dates from 1914 and spent 60 years working around a sandstone quarry in France. Our journey begins at Newlands Inn at the other end of the line, and it's just under a mile long. The operation is separate from the museum, and tickets are purchased from the guard prior to departure. The Golden Valley Light Railway Association, formed in 1986, opened the line in 1991, prior to running passenger services in 1998. It followed the trackbed of an old tramway, which became a standard gauge railway connecting the Butterley Ironworks via Ironville with their ironworks at Condor Park. Ironville was a model village built by the Butterley company for its workers in 1830, and the line carried coal, limestone, bricks and iron products. In the open-air carriages, the seats are wooden benches, and the legroom isn't very generous. You also have to climb into these ones, as the platforms are at ground level. Given the small 2-foot gauge of the track and lack of suspension, the ride is admittedly a bit rough. Niggles aside, however, it certainly was a quirky and novel experience. Following the GVLR, we looked inside the National Fork Truck Heritage Centre, which of course has a large amount of forklift trucks in preservation. We then headed to the Static Power Museum, which houses numerous stationary steam engines with some working examples. Here you can see the steam being extracted outside. We've now come to the end of our short but rather varied day. The museum certainly has a wide array of things to see and do, and I would certainly recommend a visit, especially so during a special event like this one. The weather was nice too, but it was rather hot, and I had to resort to using a freezer bag to cool down on the coach afterwards. Thanks for watching this video. I must admit that this particular one was a bit challenging to put together, but I hope that you've enjoyed it all the same. Please feel free to subscribe if you wish to be notified, and press the like button if you wish to support the video. Comments are also welcome too. Thanks for watching and take care.